Good morning. Here's an update from the allotment. 2nd of June, about 4:45 in the morning. Just about to do some watering before I've got to go to work. But yeah, had an action-packed weekend. Getting the getting my runner beans out and planted. I'll show you them in a bit. While I'm here, I might as well start. Me and Sarah put these little gnomes up. They look cool. Might as well start in the greenhouse first. Just show you the last little bits and bobs I've got in here. The door's not the best. Here we go. So these are little bits and bobs waiting to go out. These are climbing French beans, Blue Lake. They're going to go home. I've bought enough out here. I'll show you in a bit. That's a canna lily, canna lily, canna lily. 2 canna lilies from an original that I split that managed to go through over winter from the greenhouse. These are candulas, still gagging to get out. These ones are going to go over the plot. I'm going to try and do them this morning before work. These are dahlias that someone done from seed on the patch next door, Jackie. She's kindly gave me some of the plants to cultivate. These are cabbages. We're eating to do a bed next week or so. There's some more cabbages that I've just replanted into bigger pots. Here's some seed storage happening already. This is a mustard plant that I'd grown on the patch. You might have saw in previous videos. I'm just going to let the seed dry out and keep that in stock. It's a nice crop, it's tasty, and it's a good cover crop and green manure, I've read. So that's just a cheeky branch of rosemary just drying out, sort of used for bits and bobs indoors. Yeah, that's about it. Excuse the mess in the greenhouse. It is an organised mess though, I promise. Yeah, moving on. I've got a lavender here. She comes back every year, she does, in this pot. She was beautiful this morning. Got some strawberries, multiple crowns sitting in pots, just waiting to find a final location of where to put them. I may start around the back here because it's closer, the wildlife area. I've just been refilling the pond this morning from the rainwater that I do collect when we do get some rainwater. Yeah, there's the wildlife pond. I've got newts in there as well, so I'm well excited that it's all worked out. I'm just filling up. I think I've still got a leak because I filled up last week and it did go down about, I don't know, that much. So it just looked a little bit more than standard evaporation, so to speak. It might have been, I'll just keep an eye on it. It's that area there's the problem area, what I patched up. Might need to get some more sealant in or take it off and redo it. But yeah, I'm hanging around just in case the chance you'll see one of the newts pop up. They pop up around every 15 minutes or so to take a breath. But yeah, it's been installed about a year or so now. As you can see, it's looking really established. This is water mint. What I've done, obviously it's quite deep. I put a lily that somebody gave me. That's coming through nicely again, right at the bottom. And then I put sort of a shelf in at the back, and there's like a kidney-shaped pot in the back there. It's got a water mint in a single pot. It's got an iris. I don't know if it's yellow flag or what, I don't know yet. And an alum lily. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, you know what I'm like at pronouncing things. And yeah, I sort of just let it go. Kept it topped up with only rainwater, obviously. I believe tap water does something to the life in it, or it's not very good for it. No pumps installed, just so that all the little microscopic life even gets preserved. And I must say, it is absolutely full of life. When you sit and look, I mean, I normally have look, the water snails in it. You see eggs on the bottom of the lily pads. It's yeah, fantastic little thing. In the back is my grapevine that I just sort of chucked there on a random a year ago, and various currant bushes around the back. But I love it, and I love leaving it unmanicured. I mean, look at the form, and look at these grasses that have come through and all that. It's just amazing how nature takes itself over, and by design is actually what I'm trying to achieve. All these various herbs that have popped up and flowered. It's yeah, paradise. But yeah, moving on to the back of the ditch where I built up the I made like a barn out of a tree that I cut down, and cut that one down, used the timbers to make a fence, and I've planted an apple tree, and there is a cherry tree at the back. I'll take a little Miranda around there because I can now. Yeah, I built this all up and just dumped a load of earth that I was clearing around here. And yeah, I'm happy. I mean, it hasn't collapsed in on itself yet. And I have put like various bulrushes down there right in the front and stuff like that. Oh, there's a couple of ducks here visiting this morning already. Hello. Oh, that gives me hope. Still, the ditch isn't that polluted, so to speak. Yeah, moving around here. This is the cherry tree that I planted. Not expecting nothing out of these guys, just mainly using them to for their root systems to try and bind all this ground together. Oh, that's nice. That looks like a dock that's planted. They're quite deep roots. They have really deep tubers in them. And yeah, various grasses popped up, just letting it do what it wants at the minute. Yeah, see how it goes. Bird feeding station. We topped that up yesterday while we was here working, and it was amazing watching the various species pop over. Blue tits we've got great tits, we've got robins, there's even a couple of collared doves that come and have a little look. But yeah, looking great, looking great. Let's move on to the growing area. Love this time of year during the sun. Is literally, it's almost like it don't go down. Here's my compost area. That's me new compost that I'm making, looking good. This was the old compost that I'd been saving from not last growing season, the season before, and I used it all yesterday on the beds. It was lovely gear. I was putting it in a bucket and through a sieve to get the worst of the bits of plastic and stuff like that out. And I put it under these raised beds. Sarah done these raised beds, planted these up yesterday while I was busy working over the back. In there, I believe she's planted, yeah, spring onions with the vermiculite on top, and 2 rows of spinach. Medina, something like that we've been using. I got the seed from the RHS website. And in this bed, this is all, it's all mixed lettuce. But yeah, it's capped off with a compost that I bought, mainly because I know that's guaranteed to be sterile, to sort of hold. It's mainly I use it for weed suppressant, but the good stuff is underneath. That's my own compost that we've made under there. It's lovely. It was absolutely full of life as I was planting with it, and I really feel that it helps accelerate all growth from seeds to plants, whatever you put it round. Yeah, moving on. We're leaving this bed at the moment. They were our spicy salad greens from last year, but the flowers on them just seem so beautiful to take away. Any little bit of food we can offer the bees at the minute and nature, we do try and leave. You can see how it's all going to seed. This is where I had a cloche over it, sort of through the cold month, so to speak. But yeah, there's a mix of mustards and stuff like that in there, and a load of me spinach from last year. That's all gone to bolt now, so we stopped taking that, and we're letting that, sort of going to let that flower as well and try and get our own seeds off of it. Hopefully that works out. Moving on, this area here within the next week or so is going to be a bed for the brassicas that you just saw in the greenhouse. So yeah, it's always something to do over here nowadays. This is our little ditch area, sort of very dry, but the newts have been spotted, not so much in it, but underneath it and around it. So I'm happy to leave it there. That was our pots that we planted up, daffodils, tulips and alliums. Well, just one allium. They all done well, all gone to seed and that, etc. Moving on here, this is our step over apple tree that I put in over the dormant period, and that looks like it's given us some apples already. That's a bonus. See what happens. Yeah, bought them from that Panoma Fruits. Don't get me wrong, they're like £30 a pop, but it's an established, trained tree really. It's at least, it's a few years old, and it's grafted to I think it's M26. Yeah, M26 rootstock, so it sort of stays miniature, and they train it up and they just leave 2 main branches and just keep that trained like that. And what this will do is just hopefully grow out that way, and just produce apples along here. What I will do later on in the summer, these branches that are trying to go straight up, I will trim them back, but I won't trim them all the way back here, because these guys here that are shooting, they could actually produce like extra fruiting flower buds or something like that, which will give you apples. So all I'll probably do is like late summer, snip that to about there or something, maybe there, I don't know yet. But yeah, I've got a step over pear tree over the back there. I'll update you on that one. I'll go around that side, get a bit of order to the chaos, so to speak. Here's my onion beds coming along nicely. Mammoth onions, sown them first week of January, bless, in heated propagators. It's nice to see the progress on them coming through. You do get somewhat attached to them as the months come on. Over the back there's a pea, and it's gone absolutely mad. It looks like it's falling over. Yeah, I'll support that up a bit later. That's really happy, isn't it? Really happy. I've got some peas to take, I think. Yeah, near enough ready. I never get tons of peas, I must say. Not blessed with them. It's amazing how birds I produce, so bloody many of them, to tell you the truth. Yeah, in the potato beds, we're going not just potatoes, so I've got potatoes there. I'm sure, looking at the colour of the foliage, this is one of my main crops, either Desiree or Satanta. It looks more like a Desiree, to tell you the truth. I've got it noted down somewhere, and there's some more of those onions just in the gap there. And here's the pièce de la résistance today. These are the netting that I produced at the factory. I bought them unpainted, so they were quite cheap. Mesh panels, 2.4 by 1200, and they're like 3-inch, got 3-inch mesh in them. So that's perfect. And I powder coated them at the factory. 2 coats of paint, a nice thick primer, and I can't zoom in on it to show you. Nice thick primer, and that's a rail number, my favourite at the minute, 5011 Bleu de Lorraine, or Royal Blue call it. But yeah, I've used them, 4 of them in total here, to make a nice little tunnel. And I've planted yesterday me runner beans that I've done from seed. Not runner beans, excuse me, they're French climbing beans. The variety is called Blue Lake. Yeah, I've got them in, and they're looking healthy. They've done a night so far, bless. They were really ready to go out, if you see from previous pictures and that. So yeah, they'll literally, once the root system gets established, so to speak, everything's a bit traumatic when you're repotting or replanting something. They will literally cover all of this netting. I will have green beans all season, and hopefully I'll get a load to store through the winter as well, because they do taste delicious. I'm not just saying that because they're from here. But yeah, moving on. More potatoes. I'm sure these are the Satantas. They're all earthed up now. Just as I say, this is all experimental for me. More permaculture. I'd normally only do potatoes on their own because of the amount of space they take up, but I'll see what happens. This is the wildflower bed from last year, but only 1 poppy plant's come through at the minute. What I may do soon is turn this all over and just sow some more wild seeds, maybe sow some perennials or something like that. It's guaranteed that something's going to come back. This is the bonus that I've got from the old patch that was next door. Strawberries everywhere knocking about in there. I'm leaving them to establish. There are some strawberries knocking about. I'm not quite ready. But yeah, there are a few strawberries. Me and Sarah have been eating a few strawberries off it here and there, but they are quite covered, so the slugs do get in there before us, to tell you the truth. There's one there. That's not too bad, you know. Don't know what's going on with this camera and zooming at the minute. Just doesn't want to zoom. But yeah, that looks lovely. Might have a bit of breakfast there. Oh, nothing beats a strawberry from your own patch in the morning. Yeah, look at that. I'm just so happy. All of this spent most of last winter in my mind in little ideas and seeing it all coming together in reality. I almost feel like I'm living my dreams, so to speak. This is my rosemary that I got from my cousin Jenny, God rest her soul. It's absolutely beautiful. This is another mesh panel that I just set up, one single mesh panel on an angle, and I put a load of my cucumbers that I've done from seed, Ladiva. Only put them in yesterday afternoon again, but they will do the same. They will climb that mesh and hopefully reward us. I'm looking a bit droopy, but it's a traumatic time for them, moving, separate anything. They weren't singly sown in modules either. They was all together in a pot, so I've had to prise the roots from each other as much as possible. What I will do, and I've been doing, I'm going to water before I go to work today again, but see, like that one over the back there, what I'll do is I've got a bit of water in a spray bottle, and I'll just keep the green foliage sprayed as well, so that the foliage can absorb some water. It's not relying just on the roots at the minute. Yeah, under these little nets, these are my Calvo Nero cows. Can't really give you proper access in there, but I've done this because I noticed they were getting chewed on by a pigeon or something like that, it looked like. So I just sort of put this together, a little TP thing, stapled an edge of a bit of green mesh to there and wrapped it round and cable tied just to give it a bit of protection while it's a young plant. But yeah, moving on. I just love looking at that arch, I won't lie. I'm well proud of it, guys. Well proud. Yeah, some more potatoes. These are, oh sorry, those potatoes I believe are Charlottes. They're a second early variety, more salad potatoes. And these are Maris Piper. These are a second early main crop. They're really nice. I've grown them before over here. They do really well. Yeah, there's some more peas. But yeah, you see the difference I was saying before in previous videos. That pea over the back there, in that whole bed actually, is just topsoil enriched with a little bit of compost from Quality Garden Supplies. These beds are a layer of topsoil at the bottom and a layer of mushroom compost on the top, and I don't think the peas have really enjoyed the mushroom compost, to tell you the truth. I've been doing a bit of reading up about it, and yeah, it's very good for the garden, don't get me wrong, mushroom compost, but it does have a bit of a certain salt build up in it. You can see the white that it's gone. I just don't understand why his camera's not zooming. Sorry, not too clued up with the tech. But yeah, so as you say, you live and learn. I'll just make sure I'll knock it up, mix it up a little bit more with topsoil in the future, or ultimately produce enough of my own compost, which is absolutely like gold. And yeah, everything should do well. This is the garlic, various varieties, soft neck, hard neck varieties. It all seems to be doing really, really well. It's going a bit yellow, a little bit of rust here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary to me looking at it. It all seems okay. I'll be interested to be harvesting around, I'm going to go for the end of July because I did plant it quite late, but at the same time we have had a lot of sun, so I'll just be filling. What I'll be doing from about end of June to July is just filling at the bottoms here, just seeing if we've got any hearting up indications of the actual bulbs, and go by that as well. I can't actually feel anything there at the minute, but maybe I'm not going deep enough. See if I can have a look. I haven't actually inspected it yet. It's being soft as possible. Well, it looks like something's happening there. It looks like something's happening, but I don't want to disturb it too much because it's come such a long way. And I'd hate to cause it some sort of injury or hurt or loss. Yeah, garlic bed's looking great. Another cheeky cow in there. There's a cow over there as well. There's a Calvo Nero that I forgot to net up over there. Here is the other step over tree that I purchased. That is again from Panoma Fruits. This is a pear Doyen du Comis, I believe. French variety by the sound of that. And they do traditionally say, just remember in the future, if you want to get pear trees, always buy 2 pear trees together, because it's something to do with the pollinating of them or something. You need 2 different pairs. And so I took a bit of a gamble going with just one, but if you just have a look around, we're at an allotment here. I mean, we've got pear trees around the back there. We've got other patches with pear trees on them, and so I'm sort of relying on that some poor little bee or whatever's going to go to another pear tree and then come to mine. We'll see what happens. If I don't get nothing off it in the next couple of seasons, then I'll quite possibly get another one, work out a little area where to put it, and I could put it the other side of the me nature ditch, so to speak, here. But yeah, I'll see. But yeah, looking good. Thanks for bearing with me. I know it's a long one, but I did say I was going to take my time after my first video update last month. These are my blueberries. This is the blueberry that I bought from Tesco's a couple of years ago now, 12 quid's worth as a single whip, and it's not sort of done tons, but look, that looks like blueberries to me. Ah, at last I got it to zoom. So yeah, got a couple from them. These are blueberries also. I bought these from Summerhill Garden Centre. These were £20 a pop, but they're actually 3-year-old plants, and I won't lie, it's absolutely covered in blueberries. I literally put them in these pots a couple of months ago, and I am so impressed. I believe the harvesting of blueberries are towards the August mark, July, August, so maybe even towards that time I'll get some sort of netting cover, because we're eating a lot of blueberries, so I'd like to preserve these crops. That's another key thing I've learnt with gardening and growing your own. Grow something that you eat and that you really enjoy, and then it just sort of gives you that sense of responsibility, and you want to look after it, you want to watch it, nurture it and watch it grow. So yeah, all good, all good. This is the sweet corn bed, looking established. Don't know if I told you, but where we last left off, I was going away to Devon, and I was worried about how dry it was getting with no rain, etc. And I bought this Strolch mulch stuff, straw-based mulch, clues in the name. And yeah, I haven't actually watered this since I came back from Devon, and I tell you what, it's not the driest. I'm going to water today, but it's better than it would have been, so to speak. I can feel the moisture in that. It's, yeah, touch wood, it's a really good product so far. I'm really enjoying it. It's just giving me that extra sense of security that the ground is going to be, the root systems are going to be damp enough and drawing enough water, you know. Yeah, lovely. Hopefully we get a bit of corn off of that. I'll beat the squirrel to it. And here's the shallot bed. Can't remember the name. Oh yes, I can. It's something to do with Longor. That's its name. I looked up just the best storing ability variety, because there is going to be a few shallots there. What a shallot set does is you put it in as a single set, you see, and then as it grows, it splits into loads of individual sets. So you get more for your buck, so to speak. So you put one set in, and if you can see the different, yeah, that's going to be at least 1, 2, 3 that we can see individual shallots. So that's just to give you an idea. We're going to have a lot of shallots if it all comes through successfully. So yeah, I just thought I'd go for the best storing variety, and looking up, apparently it's Longor, spelled Longor, something like that. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the tour. Thanks ever so much for bearing with me. Please like and subscribe for other videos, shorts, and if you can tell from my channel, I'm not just doing the allotment updates now. I'm doing updates around my garden. I'm doing wildlife that I've spotted, anything to do with gardening, wildlife and stuff like that. I'll be popping on the channel, so yeah, feel free to subscribe and like and have a look and share by all means. Last little grown plant to show you. These are my courgettes or zucchinis, and yeah, they're looking good. They look like they're coming through. There's a female flower there, and there's another female flower there. You'll be surprised once you see them, and suddenly they appear. But yeah, the difference is with zucchinis or courgettes, I apologise, that is the female flower. And if you look on this one over here, there's a good example of a male flower. So yeah, clues in the name, female, male. The male flower will pollinate the female flower, and then this will turn into a big old courgette. I try and take them often nice and small, and that encourages the plant to keep flowering and producing. Not only are the courgettes nice, but the flowers taste really nice too. That's sort of like a grower's privilege, so to speak, to have that. But yeah, so thanks for bearing with me and having a look around. I hope you enjoyed, and get growing yourself. You'll catch the bug. I'm totally bloody addicted. Yeah, thanks ever so much. Be lucky, and over and out. See you next time.